What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Once again, we are back here with career mode episode number 15 for the Singapore Grand Prix. For this episode, we're doing things a little bit differently. I'm deciding to do live com, and I'm going to see if I like it. I'm going to see if you guys like it as well, and if all things go well, then we might continue this going forward. But as you saw at the start of the episode, we have a regulation change. Unfortunately, that will be coming into effect for the next season. Now, as we go forward into the next screen, you will see that it affects chassis and aerodynamics. The two areas of development we've spent the most amount of resource points. So from here on in, we've got to adapt our parts so that they stay on the car for the 2019 season. If we decide to leave all these, we lose all of our upgrades. So for the next 6-7 races, however long it is till the end of the season, we must divert our resource points to saving these parts, unfortunately. So the grind begins to save all of our parts. Like, we've only done like 3 upgrades to the power unit, and that's the part that's been left alone, unfortunately. But it's the same case for everybody. So we could see an absolutely massive shake-up of the grid if a lot of people don't save their parts that they've upgraded. So it's a very interesting prospect now. We're going to go into qualifying now for the Singapore Grand Prix. I've just gone through practice. I've got 800 odd resource points. You know what? Let's actually adapt a few parts here. Unless we want to save this chassis. Actually, let's do that. That might well be the last upgrade of the season. If we don't earn enough resource points. I'll have to wait and see. But I am going to save the front downforce right now. We'll adapt that upgrade. That is now safe. And now we've got to do that for the rest of the parts. So a lot of resource points we need to save between now and the end of the season. It's certainly going to be interesting. But let's get into qualifying.
It's time for us to settle down and the drivers below to get fired up. Once again, welcome to Singapore as we get ready for the green light and the start of what should be a fantastic qualifying session.
Oh!
You're in P6, that lap puts you into P6.
Bish, bash, bosh, Sauber, you're not paying me enough, dosh. Q3 once again. I have a theory. I think I might know what's happening now in Q2. I think that lots of teams are using up all of their tyres in Q1 and then not having much left in Q2 to fight with. Charles has gone 2 seconds slower in this session. And the delta between a used set of Hypers and a new one was 1.6 to 2 seconds. So I think that is your lap time, ladies and gentlemen. A 36.0 gets us through to Q3. Get in. Yes! Come on. 35.3, that's fantastic. That lap puts us right in the mix. Like, we could beat both Mercedes if we find just a little bit more improvements on the next lap. And we could even beat Bottas even with his invalidated time. So we're going to go out there again. Honestly, it's going to be very, very difficult to beat this time that I've just set. But Singapore is pretty wacky for track evolution. So I'm hoping we can swing that in our favour. But otherwise, that is the dream start to this session. Goodness. This is going to be good. Across the line. Oh, it's only marginal. It's not going to be enough. Oh, it's P5. Oh, I thought it was going to be better than that. That was an amazing lap, but just made some mistakes here and there. I wonder with an absolutely perfect lap whether we could get like a 34.9. That is me driving absolutely out of my skin trying to get a 34.9. But still, it's P5. I mean, we beat Raikkonen, we beat Bottas, who had a pretty interrupted run there in the session. What a starting position for the race. Hamilton improved to a 34.9 as well. But there you go. That is your grid for the start of this race. Again, we're going to have to watch out for our teammate coming back through the field on the ultra soft tyres. These hypers are going to melt right from the start. So we need to make sure we look after those. But otherwise, let's go to the grid for the Singapore Grand Prix. This is going to be a spectacle.
Hello and welcome one and all to the shining streets of Singapore. Can you believe we've been coming here for nearly a decade now? It feels like only yesterday that Felipe Massa was dragging his fuel hose down the pit lane in that eventful opening race, and in a Grand Prix won from pole position more often than not, will we see a new victor crowned today? With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to ask you about Max Verstappen. They need third or better to ensure they stay in contention for the championship. Outside of that, well, their fate is no longer in their hands.
And they can do it for sure, as long as they don't dwell too much on the position. At the end of the day, there's only one way to go racing, and that's to give it everything you've got. Either your best is good enough to stay in the hunt, or it's not. There's no point giving any less than 100%.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Mr. Monaco, and Magnussen, Bottas, Grosjean, Raikkonen and Carlos Sainz, Alonso, Leclerc, Nico Hülkenberg and Van Dorn. They've taken a grid penalty. Ocon, Hartley, Sergei Sirotkin and Lance Stroll, Perez and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid.
Okay, you've qualified higher than we expected, so let's try to build on this position throughout the race.
Thanks, Jeff. Welcome, guys, to the Singapore Grand Prix. Apologies if my microphone was quiet up until this point. And apologies if it's still quiet. I've moved my position of the microphone to a lot closer to my face. For some reason, I've replaced my new microphone. It's exactly the same as the microphone I had previously before it broke. But this one just seems to be much quieter, and I don't know why. But hopefully I can sort that out in the coming future. I feel like I'm basically shouting, but it's still not enough, which is quite weird. But anyway... here we are for the Singapore Grand Prix. We are not going to chuck on extra fuel. I don't dare play around with that after what happened in the Italian Grand Prix. We're going to leave it how it is. A quick little run through of the setup so you guys can have a look at what it is. It's pretty much what I showed you in my setup video from a few weeks ago. But yeah, we're ready to get this race underway. What is the race strategy? It looks like a two-stop. Ultras, supers... Not supers, hypers. I'm not used to that. Hypers to ultras. Twice. Okay. Let's give it a go. Here we go. It's getting real. I feel like oh, is that Verstappen like smoking off the line there? That was odd, but I feel like we picked the absolute worst circuit to start live coming from. Nah, I can see there's a lot of other people smoking off in the distance as well. So we should be fine. This feels so weird to live comment career mode episode. I don't know if I like it or not. I haven't done this since F1 2006. So this really is a unique experience. 5 red lights, and away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. Why is everything in low deployment? I do not know. That's very weird. Around the outside, Vettel getting a bit of a touch there. I think from Verstappen, we're going to try and hold around the outside of Magnussen. This is where... Just had to concentrate for a second there. This is where the live comm element makes it a little bit awkward for me, because when you live comm, oh my goodness, happened. Those two got very close to the wall. Oh, they're touching as well. Oh my goodness, what is going on here, boys? Keep it clean, keep it together. Still side by side. Let's see if we can get ourselves in this battle. A fiery start between those two. Verstappen, he's very punchy. He needs third place or better in today's race to keep the championship hunt alive. But like I was going to say, the problem with livecom is I can't fully, oh my goodness, devote all of my attention, all of my concentration to just the driving. So there's going to be a natural loss of pace. But we'll see. This might just be a one-off thing. I don't know. We'll see. But we're hanging on to Hamilton and Verstappen here, despite me talking through this lap. So initially, the pace is all right. These tyres are starting to feel pretty bad already. 27%. From what I remember in the beta, the tyre wear around this circuit in particular was really, really bad. So absolutely crucial to make sure I don't overheat these rears. If I do so, then they're just going to be unusable. No! Game crashed. Ow! This is stupid. I can't go more than a sector without the game freezing. Not only is it like visual, but there's like audio bits where it just like I have no sound for like a split second. I can't, and there goes the audio again. I can't concentrate on this race. So I'm too concerned about whether my PC is gonna like blow up because this game is too poorly optimized. Like there's just been an update that's come out. It's apparently made the game more stable. This is not more stable. I've never had my game crash, and look at that. I hope you guys can see that as clearly as I can. My goodness. Sort it out, Codemasters. This is the biggest issue on PC, and you refuse to even acknowledge it. Alright. Getting back on topic. We're into P3. I think we'll be responding pretty quickly, to be honest. These tyres feel like they're pretty wrecked already. Let's have a quick look. 33%, I think. I'm either going to pit this lap or definitely on the next lap. Honestly. Alright, pit stop time. Into the pit lane. Let's not crash on the inside pit wall. That would not be ideal. Slow it down for the marks, and in we go. This F1 2018 is so demanding in how much concentration you need to get the car around the circuit. This is much more difficult than games gone by. That's another screen freeze into the pit lane. Brilliant. Away we go. We're going to get jumped by a lot of people. The undercut is so powerful. But we have fresher tyres for the rest of the Grand Prix. Bottas has got us. And it looks like he might be doing a one-stop.
Yellow flag.
I think my teammate's going slowly. I think that's Charles. Please don't be Charles. Let it be some other red car. The Ferrari red is not that dark. And I do think that is Charles. Going slowly it is. What a shame. Oh, he's got a puncture. Okay, so as long as he gets it back to the pit lane. Oh, please don't hit him, please. Oh, he's tagged. Was that... That's Vettel. No, it's Raikkonen. So as long as he makes it back to the pit lane, he can still be in this race. I need that boy in this race getting constructors points. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness, that's Hamilton. That's Hamilton right in front of Bottas, and then Vettel not really far ahead of him. Oh my goodness me. This race is about to be opened up. The Williams, you can see on the minimap, they are forming an absolute train. Just like in Monaco, where a slower car holds up the rest of the field and is allowing me to catch right up. Buckle up. This is about to get exciting. No, yep, great. Perfectly timed screen freeze there. Bottas. Alright, you go defensive. I go racing line. Job done. P14. Hamilton, you want a piece of the pie as well? How easy was that? It just drives so slow in traffic. It's ridiculous. And you weren't really tucked up under the rear wing of someone either. Have you got damage or what? Here goes Verstappen. Championship challenger. On Gasly. Hamilton nearly running into the back of us. This is a crucial part of the Grand Prix. Oh, this Williams is so slow. Please dispatch yourself in a barrier. Or at least pit. Get out of the way. This is so bad. Oh, he's clattered into the side of Verstappen. Now watch as Vettel completely gets away here. Do we dare go around the outside? No, we'll switch back. The gap was only going to close if we stuck to the left-hand side. We made the right decision in the end. Oh, Charles! Get in there. Alright. Next up is Vettel. Then, the danger man is Daniel Ricciardo, and he is the effective race leader. If we get him, we're in control of this race. I don't want to tempt fate, but could we win our first race of career mode while I'm commentating and get my live reaction? We'll have to wait and see.
The teammate behind is 43.1 seconds.
Nice move from Ricciardo up there. I'm slowly starting to deplete the old battery and the fuel as well. I don't have too much to play with. I'm going to use a little bit more to get closer to Sainz. Into the next right-hander, we'll go for a lunge. Job done. This is pretty much it for the traffic now. The next one really is one of the Force Indias, but effectively now we are on the podium for the Singapore Grand Prix. Still a long, long way to go. Oh, I see why we're doing the two-stop now. There's 2 compounds difference between this and the soft. There's no supers this weekend. No, we absolutely do not want to put on the softs. That'd feel horrible around this circuit. 2 stops it is.
Gap to car in front is 1.8 seconds. A new strategy is available on the MFT.
Softs?
Copy that.
No, I don't think so. I'll tell you what, Alonso's rejoined really close. That starting tyre of whatever it was, maybe the Ultras, it's worked out pretty well for him. He's right there. Those soft tyres aren't faring too well, are they, pal? Here we go. Out the inside, please. Oh, he gave me the squeeze. That's such an awkward corner when you're pinched on the inside. I've even had my issues with fellow league races at that corner. But we survive. What? Vettel's in. Vettel's in. Ricciardo's in. Oh no, yeah, they're a little early, I will say. Are they going to go to the softs now? Because I don't know if Ultras are going to make it to the end here. If we stay out an extra 2 laps, we can make the Ultras viable and then have a pace advantage at the end. Time to push. There's a bloody Renault leading this race. I'll tell you what, whoever that is in a really good position. They are a long way up the road. Albeit they have to make another stop, but they'll rejoin ahead of Ricciardo and Vettel. My goodness, this is an interesting race. The Renault up front. Ocon, maybe not so much him, who's in contention. We've got Alonso right behind on really good pace, on fresher, ultra soft tyres. It's all to play for in this Singapore Grand Prix. Look at Alonso, just absolutely stalking me. We're catching up to Ocon. We're probably going to overtake him on this next DRS straight. Here we go. Slipstream, DRS. Fresher tyres. Lag spike.
Caution, caution. The virtual safety car is out.
Oh my goodness. Ultra softs into the pits. Oh my goodness, this is a golden opportunity to win the Singapore Grand Prix. Do I want to crawl in a bit a bit more. Okay. Absolute panic. That literally came at the last second. And I don't even know what that was for. But anyway, here we go. Ultra soft tyres to go to the end. Oh my god, that was a really short VSC. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. Here comes Ricciardo down the pit lane. He's going to get us.
On the exit, will receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
And we are in the battle with the race leaders on lap 18 of this Singapore Grand Prix. Oh my goodness. Really good run. Thought about it. I don't want to get stuck behind these guys for too long. My tyre wear is going to be much worse than theirs.
Gap to teammate behind is 22.5 seconds.
What a joke that was. His mid-corner speed is just nowhere. I know once we clear these guys, we're going to soar off into the distance. Forceful, aggressive, all of the superlatives. But we need to get this done, and we have so. P7. Alright. 2 more to go. Actually, just to clear things up, I know people are already going to say in the comments, like, difficulty level. Let me show you right now, if I can find it. Where the hell is it? Gameplay settings? There you go. 110 AI. You cannot change that mid-weekend. It has always been the maximum difficulty. My goodness. Such a difference. This is us on Lewis now.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
I'm going purple as well to the first sector split as I get a screen freeze.
Charles is in for his stop.
Those are really dangerous, man, but we're an effective P2. I'm trying to stay calm. The tyre wear is going to be bad at the end, but it's, the difference between our tyres and their tyres is like 2 seconds. That is 100% making the difference here in this Singapore Grand Prix. But can we catch Ricciardo? Purple third sector. Alright, let's go for a fastest lap now. We got the clear air. Oh, Gasly's out of the race. Please no set. Oh, Brendan Hartley's out of the race. Toro Rosso. Absolute calamity. Alright, how's this going to be? Across the line. Boom.
Just a reminder, we are critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short.
I know, Jeff. You don't need to remind me. I'm trying to win a race here. That's enough out of you. What is going on in this race? Why have we got so many dropouts? Hey, Charles. Get in there. Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 51.3 seconds.
Jeff, you didn't tell me what position they were in. That's all I was interested in. Car in front.
Ricciardo ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 3.5 seconds. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
If we want to catch Ricciardo, we need to be in the 39s. Jeff, what's for dinner?
Confirmed. Moving the angle of the front wing to a +1 setup.
1 minute 40.0. We're matching Ricciardo. I can go faster, but it's going to be even harder on the battery, even harder on the fuel and the tyres. If I want this win, I got to dig deep. It's just so annoying. I'm literally matching Daniel, sector for sector. I'm giving it everything now. Oh, what is going on back there? Ah, it's the Renault. He's gone. We might be able to see from the onboard of Ocon here. There's a Renault that just pulls off to the side somewhere. Yeah, there he is. He's gone. What a shame. Oh, wow. The gap is absolutely shot up now to Ricciardo. 5.6 seconds. I think that's game over now for the race victory. And instead we need to focus our sights on Vettel behind. You can hear Vettel now. It's getting very, very close. But tyres are feeling very, very average now as we come on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. 40%. They actually feel like they're in their 60s. Van Dorn, please. Please be nice. Please get out of the way. Oh! Are you serious? I said get out of the way, not get in the wall. We are out. Vettel is out of the Grand Prix as well. Unbelievable scenes. I don't know what to say. We were corners away from second place. Corners. Here's Van Dorn. What are you doing? You put yourself in the wall. You have put yourself and others in the wall. You do not belong in F1 anymore. Get out. Get in the bin. I'm done. See you later.
And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, you know what they say, to finish first you have to finish. And that fact was clear today, with lots of retirements having a big effect on the outcome of the race. As a driver, you tend to keep reliability concerns to the back of your mind and just focus on what's in front of you. But for the teams, races like this can be very stressful.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
What's Vettel doing there? I am 90% certain that I saw Vettel's tyre come off in that crash. What is he doing on the podium? Can someone explain? Oh man, I can't believe that. What is there to say? A lap car. On the last lap of the longest Grand Prix, 53 minutes long, I've commentated this whole thing, and to fall short by 4 or 5 corners, it's disgusting. No points. Vettel, I don't know how you're still in this race. You didn't deserve to be taken out there, but I mean, at least you pressed on. If there's any consolation, Force India 3-4 in that race. Awesome job from them guys. I can't even speak anymore. I'm done. Absolutely done. So, no points gained in the championship. Charles is another 2 points closer. But at least he was able to salvage some points after what was a dreadful start to the Grand Prix from him. Did I look at the constructors? Yeah, that's fine. Force India have made some huge gains though, so not the most ideal Grand Prix on that side of things, but I feel like we have the pace anyway to have them covered off, but unbelievable. I can't wait for what Claire has to say. Oh, no interview. Okay. Wow. Well, I got away with that one.
That's very disappointing. I know you can do better than that. Take stock of what went wrong so you can get a better result next time.
I can do better than that. Did you watch that race, Emma? Of course you didn't.
We've received invitations to new historic events.
I don't care about your events.
Choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
The classic events are absolutely pointless on this game. There's no benefit to doing them, so I am not going to do them. Let's have a look. Debrief. The boss and I don't want to be too harsh on you, but we do think you're leaving too much on the table. We should be striving for better results than this, and honestly, I think the car can do it. Emma, invitational event. Yeah, no, thank you. Sod that off. We have 600 resource points. We're going to spend some of those right now. What can we save? See, like, the things I want to target straight away are these major downforce upgrades. Let's secure those for next season. Because they make such a difference. The major downforce stuff is, or just the major upgrades in general, wherever they are ones that you want to preserve. So we've knocked out 2. Hopefully we can get close to knocking out all of them before the end of the season. We may lose 1 or 2, but in the grand scheme of things, that won't be too bad. But guys, that's been this episode for today. Like, what a soul-crushing way to end that Grand Prix. Second place. That would have been our best result of the season, and we come 5 corners away from getting that. Strategy was on point. I was driving really well. We were going to hold off Vettel. Wasn't to be. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.